Good morning, respected principal, teachers, dignitaries, dear students and parents. A warm welcome to you all and wish you all a very happy new year. It must be a very exciting juncture for you students as you embark on your engineering course, which will pave way for a very successful career. Now, as you go through your 4 years engineering course, you go through the entire gamut, a broad spectrum of various topics and subjects. You will have to give equal importance and pay equal attention to all the subjects in all the areas. However, each one of you here should identify your specific area of interest, convert it into your strength, develop it as your strength, and convert it into your passion. Only if you are passionate about a particular subject, you will be able to excel in that area and become a thorough professional. Be it any branch of engineering, be it civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, instrumentation, computer science, whatever, each one of you have to choose your specific area of interest. And that should become your strength. I take this opportunity to introduce myself as Lakshman Prasad, an alumni of BIT. I passed out in the year 1988 from Instrumentation Technology branch from this very college. Now, those days, instrumentation engineering was a relatively new branch, and we were short of faculty, and there was a dearth for published books in this branch of engineering. During these 4 years, I identified my area of interest as process control or process automation, and to gain more knowledge in this particular area, I became a student member of the Instrument Society of America, British Council, and I used to participate in many company seminars. I never missed an opportunity to go and attend product exhibitions of companies, take literature from the companies, as much information as possible. Now, in the year 1988, when I graduated, those days we did not have campus interviews or placements through the college. All of us, we used to apply against company advertisements or submit self-applications. Now, one such West German company had advertised for junior trainee engineers in their Bombay Times of India newspaper. I had very little hope of getting a job or even being called for an interview, because again, those years, very few people from Bangalore University were recruited into premier institutions, premier organizations in Bombay, Pune, Delhi, and so on. Most of the people in this particular area, that is process automation, companies used to recruit students from reputed organizations like Madras Institute of Technology, reputed institutions like Madras Institute of Technology, which offered postgraduate courses, or Pune College of Engineering. So it came as a surprise for me when I was called for an interview to Bombay by this company, a German company called Uday India Limited, similar to Tata Consultants. When I went for the interview, the interviewers in the company realized that I had gained much more knowledge. I had a broader perspective in the field of process automation, which was out of the study syllabus also. And recognizing that, they gave me a job and I danced my way through the interview. So basically, I wish to emphasize that each one of you have to identify your area of expertise, develop it as your strength, and convert it into your passion. Now, I was recruited. I will just narrate to you briefly about my career path. I was recruited by this German company, and I got an opportunity to get experience on state-of-the-art electronic instruments, the earlier legacy pneumatic instruments, and I worked on several German projects as well as Indian projects. The company used to undertake consultancy services to build process industries, that is oil and gas, chemicals, petrochemicals, and so on. Now, after about 2 years, I joined a Japanese company, a very new Japanese venture which was set up in India, headquartered in Bangalore, called Yokogawa. Now, Yokogawa is a pioneer in process automation. They undertake turnkey projects in the field of industrial automation. They automate process industries like oil and gas, refineries, petrochemicals, chemicals, fertilizers, steel, textile, power, and so on. This they do through their computerized state-of-art microprocessor-based hardware platforms and a plethora of software packages, engineering and configuration of all these software packages, and implementation, installation, and commissioning at project sites. Now, I joined the project department of this company, and again, due to my keen interest in process automation, fortunately, I was able to come up well in the company, and I was deputed for long durations to the company's headquarters in Tokyo, in Japan, for their international projects. And I also worked in the company's European headquarters at Netherlands, Singapore offices, Malaysia, and I was also involved in domestic projects of Oil and Natural Gas Commission, Gas Authority of India Limited, Indian Oil Corporation, Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum, and various other projects. I was in this company, Japanese company, for 8 long years, after which I decided I have to utilize my experience as an entrepreneur. So, I started a training company, the first of its kind in process automation, similar to the computer institutes which offer a lot of software courses. I started a company in process automation, imparting training to various corporates as well as students and individuals in process automation and related areas. Now, my work took me to, again, my previous company, Japanese company Yokogawa's headquarters in their Middle East operations, that is in Bahrain, and I was involved in consultancy work to set up a training center. Now, while I was executing that particular project of setting up a training center there, I got an offer from my previous employers to join the company as a senior executive, because their Middle East operations was just then taking shape, and they were competing with American majors like Honeywell and Invensys. So the role was very challenging, and I took up a job in the Middle East at Bahrain, and for 5 long years I was mainly involved in solution architecting. Solution architecting means basically to identify a customer's requirement and suggest a proper technical solution to customize it. So I was involved in these activities for 5 years, and at the end of 5 years I realized that by being a business partner coming out of the company, I could add more value than being an employee. So I suggested this model to the management, which was encouraged a lot, and I came back to Bangalore and started as a business partner for the same Japanese global company, that is Yokogawa, and some customers of this company in Middle East and Europe. I built a team of engineers here in Bangalore, and from 2005, we have been in operation till now, 16 years. And we provide with a lot of software engineering services to the Japanese company Yokogawa, who is a key player in process automation, and some of its customers in the Middle East and Europe. Our engineers are involved in project design, software engineering, configuration. Then we depute the engineers to the end users' sites, project sites, that is in the Middle East and Europe, where they are involved in the rollout, installation and commissioning of the software, whatever they have designed and engineered. Now, I have been talking a lot about process control, process automation, industrial automation, and so on. Before I conclude, I would just like to check with you, what do you understand by the word automation? Any one of you? Can you please, any one of you students, can you please tell me what is the meaning of automation? Yeah? Okay, automation is basically derived from the words automatic operation. Any operation which involves very little or absolutely no human intervention is supposed to be automated. Now, this automation, when it is applied in industries, it's called as industrial automation. Now again, in industries, there is a bifurcation. The automation, when applied to manufacturing, discrete manufacturing industries like car manufacturing, that is automobile manufacturing, mechanical industries, aerospace, etc., is termed as factory automation. And automation, when applied to process industries, when I say process industries, it is continuous production processes like oil and gas, refineries, petrochemicals, chemicals, fertilizers, cement and steel, textile, food and beverage, pharmaceuticals, etc. Now, these automation systems, called as distributed control systems, programmable logic controllers, emergency shutdown systems, network control systems, and the present day IoT technology used in automation, all these are used to automate these process industries. Now typically, just to give you an example, an oil refinery. What happens in an oil refinery? You have the crude oil which is extracted from the seabed or land reservoirs. Let us take the example of seabed. Crude oil is pumped from the seabed, drilling takes place, and the crude oil is pumped from the seabed onto platforms which are built on the sea called offshore platforms. There the seawater is separated, is removed from the crude oil. Temporarily the crude oil is stored there, and then the oil is transported to onshore refineries. Now these onshore refineries basically have a distillation column where at different temperatures, the byproducts are separated, like petrol, diesel, naphtha, kerosene, LPG, propane, butane, and so on. Now the entire process is completely automated these days, and the process operators just see how the operations take place in control rooms, watching all the process going on using powerful graphics as front-end software. Now at the back end, the whole process is monitored. Basically, the parameters like temperature, pressure, liquid level, flow rate, pH, conductivity, all these parameters are continuously measured and compared with a reference value, and very fine regulation and control is exercised using technologies like artificial intelligence, predictive control, fuzzy logic, adaptive control, advanced control. Complex control algorithms are executed, and sophisticated logics, again using a lot of state-of-art computerized equipment like distributed control systems, programmable logic controllers, etc. Now I can share more information with you in future, in the coming months. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you.